Hi, this is Yvon Prehn, and I want to show you how to make the most mission trip photos. Here's your typical situation when people come back from a mission trip. They've got lots of pictures with lots of people in them, and they put them all up on the church website. Now, the only message, unfortunately, that you get from this is lots of people went on the mission trip. But then sometimes they also put up pictures of the kids, and the message you get from that is lots of kids were at the mission. Well, these might be very nice and happy memories for people that attended, but what do they do to really tell the story of what was going on and to motivate people to come perhaps on the next mission trip? Now, here's the challenge. They don't really tell you a lot other than, as I said, a lot of people were on the trip. Now, don't do away with these pictures. A group picture is very nice, sort of as an overview. You can take it, but primarily give it to the group members. That's who it's meaningful to remember the event and what all they were involved in. You can post one of them, but if you really want to tell a story, you've got to edit your photos just like you edit your words. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of this, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what I mean. I've opened up the program paint.net. This is one of my favorite programs for editing photographs. Now, there are lots of others you can use, but this one you can do a lot of things with. So I loaded up, I opened up the picture in paint.net. Obviously, first of all, I need to flip it around, go up to Image, click on that, and then I want to rotate it 90% clockwise, and here we have it up the right way. Now, just this picture alone is a whole lot better than the previous picture, and I'll just briefly go back to this one. You can see the same lady in it, but here she's just standing up against a wall. It doesn't really tell you about what she was doing, anything that she did at it. But when we see her in this one, we know she's involved in a building project. Now, there's a number of things, though, even though this picture, rather than the group one, tells you a lot, there are a number of little things that you can do to improve it. Because just as with your words, you want to edit out unnecessary words, you want to do the same sort of thing with photographs. Little things, but it really helps the impact of the photo. And what I'm referring to here, first of all, you notice this hand down in the bottom of the picture. That's kind of weird. And you notice this blotch on the wall. That's kind of weird. And then anything where you have signs and papers and things like that, especially when it comes out of somebody's head, it's just very distracting. So all we need to do, we go up to our cropping tool. This is under the tool menu. We select this. And then, as you can see, as you move your mouse over, it turns into crossbars. All we need to do is just crop all of this out. Now, it's perfectly okay to clip the top of someone's head. Today, the trend in editing photos is a very tight crop, so we're just going to go across there. We're going to go down. We're going to crop out that black blob and the odd-looking hand reaching up onto the wood. And then once we have the section that we want, we will just go up to Image again and hit Crop to Selection. And just right there, as you can see, you really see her face much more clearly. Now, if we wanted to even crop out those little additional pieces of paper, we could just do it again. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you'll see that by clipping off more of her head there, and we don't really need to show all the stacks of wood. You get the idea with just a few of them. Again, hit Crop to Selection. And here you got a really neat photograph. She's looking right at you. You can see that she's involved in building. It says so much more than just a person standing up against a wall in the mission photograph. Now I'm going to show you another one with another individual that was in the group photo. Here's our second image. Now this one, I just love this picture. Again, the individual previously, let's go back to that, just a quick look at, was just somebody sitting there in this large group photo. But here we have the same picture of the gentleman actually coloring with one of the children from the orphanage. Now the only problem is you've got somebody's foot right here in the photo, which just looks kind of weird. So, and again, you know, it's just a distraction, just like you would edit out words. Let's go ahead and edit that out. So once again, we select our cropping tool. you don't need to show all of a person to get the idea, and just to crop more of it out, do like so. Go up to the image, crop to selection, and here I think we have a lot better picture. You can't really tell what it is here. It could be a pile of clothes or something like that, but at least it's not so strange on this foot coming into there. Once again, if we wanted to crop it even a little bit tighter, you could do that. You know, I like that even better. Once again, you get the focus of the person in the church and the young man from the orphanage working together on drawing something, but you don't have all the distractions going on around it. So back to our original picture. Here we have the picture that really didn't say a whole lot other than we had a bunch of nice people going on the mission trip. Now we have a couple of very different images. We have two pictures that I think really tell a story. We cut out the distractions, the signs, the blotches, the big foot in the camera. When you focus on one image, one person, you can really tell a story. You know, Mary found a new skill in building bunk beds for the missions kids, or Michael just found that his joy of coloring returned, and you know, whatever you want to say. You can say some neat things, but when you actually focus on a person, you talk about them, it's much more powerful. You don't want to try to say too much in either your images or your words at any time. One point, one idea, focus on one person's experience is so much more powerful. When you do that, you touch hearts and you motivate to action. On this one, you could have something like, Mary had such a great time building the bunk beds on the mission trip, and she really hopes that you'll join her next time. Or Michael found more joy than he could have imagined in helping the kids at the orphanage learn how to color again and deliver the backpacks. Captions really fill out the story that you're telling in the photograph, but the photograph doesn't have a lot of distractions. It then will back up your words in a very concrete way. So, in summary, take your group pictures, give them to the people in the group, but then take specific pictures of people, and you will almost always need to crop them to focus on what's important, to cut out the extraneous stuff, write a caption that motivates to action, and you'll take ordinary photos and turn them into images that will really change lives. Lots more on the website about photos, how to make them powerful, and how to use them in ministry. So, when you're done with this, go back to effectivechurchcom.com and check out some of our other materials.